Barcelona's top 10 tiki-taka goals is what we're getting into today.
I'm sure there's going to be some fire plays in this one.
I would imagine so, because there were some prime players playing for Barcelona, and they played some magical football at a period in time. You know, Leo Messi. We've experienced, I think, one video before we did. I believe it was Neymar, Suarez, and Messi highlights.
Yeah.
So that was quite a while ago. But those are three players I think that really stood out for Barcelona and played a role in the style of play.
Lots of talent.
Clearly. And they're all still going as well. So that's one thing to remember when we watch this video, that these are going to be goals. You know, who knows how long ago they were. But Messi's still playing. I think he's playing with Suarez in Miami, and Neymar, I believe he's playing. Where is he playing? I don't know where he's playing, guys. You guys can let me know. I want to say maybe it's the Saudi league now, but they're still doing their thing.
Seems like a lot of like really talented players have super long careers in football/soccer now because they have more options on where to go afterwards.
Yeah, they can carry on and play in the lower level leagues that
still have fun, enjoy
not like
the craft.
Barcelona and La Liga.
No.
But anyways, let's find out about the top 10 goals.
Iniesta.
Pass counter.
It's almost where they were doing their kick ball training in that part of the pitch last night. They were allowed to watch, popping the passes around. Little routines when they're under more pressure from their colleagues than they have been from Arsenal then. You can understand why though. Messi. Afellay.
Oh. No goal there. I guess this isn't included in the top 10. That's just the intro.
Just to warm you up.
Pep. Who invented tiki-taka football? Pep, Johan, or Rines? Pep.
Tell me about tiki-taka. Where did the phrase come from, and how do you pronounce it properly?
Tiki-taka, that's something like this. That's how he puts the ball, but as quick as possible, and these sort of things. But it's when we started in Barcelona to do positioning play. It's responsibility of the ball, where you play, how you play. Controlling the ball is the basis of football. In the beginning, that was something where people laughed about, because they didn't understand that it was football. And until it had the results, and people enjoyed it, and people loved it, and now it's a fantastic word.
Barcelona always train in tights.
I had no idea that Johan Cruyff was influential with tiki-taka. I've just heard tiki-taka mentioned with Pep. So this was already enlightening for me. I'm sure you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about, who you're talking about.
Yep, no clue.
But Pep has been around for a while. He coaches Manchester City now. And he's won a lot of titles, but I always associated him with the style of play that Barcelona became known for. But clearly, I think it was the coach that came before Pep that probably started instilling
and then they built on it from there. Sure.
Thierry Henry, you remember him?
Yes, he played for France, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
I loved it, and now it's a fantastic word.
Barcelona always train in tight spaces. If the ball doesn't stay by your foot, it's gone.
Visage toughness of 10 men being put to the test.
How many passes we get?
20? 25?
They have shown no resilience this season, they haven't in previous years.
They've had a bit of experience this season. It's their 9th red card in this campaign.
9 red cards. Dirty team.
Really the most debatable. Xavi. Iniesta. Swazinski gliding past it.
Oh,
Lovely play, brilliant football, Xavi!
easy. Just out of nowhere.
You can't say it hasn't been coming.
How frustrating would that be as the other team? You just can't even touch the ball.
I know, it's like just going all around you. I also like, it kills me when a team scores a goal and then the team that just scored will like sprint in the net and grab the ball to like restart the play as fast as possible to stop the other team from like loafing on regrouping.
Yeah. This one here next will be probably hard for me to swallow because I was a Manchester United fan at the time. Who else? Lionel Messi.
No one's given us a hiding like that. So it's a great moment for them. They deserve it because they play the right way.
Shone so brightly in the league week in, week out. They really came together as a partnership towards the end of February.
Stacked team.
Sir Alex Ferguson was still talking about Hernandez as an impact player in February. But they've really struck up an understanding which has served both of them so well. And they need the ball. See how deep Messi is there, Clive, in this position now, where he's in amongst the midfield players, and then you look round, you see Ferdinand and Vidic standing there, but now look where he is. Yeah, Lionel Messi. They can't step out that space. It's very, very difficult. They'll be tempted to go and lend a hand and support midfield players, but have to hold their shape. All they can do is just try and squeeze the space, condense it a little bit, not allow the room. Lovely ball from Iniesta, and Alves has got in behind them. Dani Alves comes out as far as Messi. Headed away by Ebra. Critical save there by Edwin van der Sar. They were undone. Yeah, brilliant stop from the goalkeeper, really was. Another rocky spell for Manchester United.
Haven't had the ball for a solid couple minutes now.
Times when you're tempted to count the Barcelona shirts just in case they've slipped another on at half-time without telling anybody. Carrick's cut that out, and Evra with a big challenge on Dani Alves.
They got the ball back.
Carrick, good ball to Rooney. Now Park.
This gives me hope. Oh, it's gone. Now you're caught.
Xavi. Pedro.
A moment of truth.
Messi. Oh, focus. Inevitable. The latest in a long, long line of headline goals from the world's greatest footballer. He is a phenomenon.
Just crazy because they had like 3-4 scoring chances there in that span of a couple of minutes. You know, you give a team that many chances to score with that many elite players, they're going to score.
They're going to score. Yeah.
Let alone
the probabilities are there.
Let alone the best on the planet that time, right? So, I think you're going to be hard pressed. The other thing about Barcelona and that team, like just seeing them play there versus Manchester. Obviously, I knew a lot of the Manchester players. Like the quality of players weren't even close. On the Barcelona side, you had almost every player in every position was like a top level player for their country, as an example.
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, Carrick was a player that was featured there for Manchester, who was a great player for Manchester United and like one of the core players and really, really important. But like he never was really that important for England. Right. And so that kind of highlights that like in a system, like Carrick was really, really good for Manchester. But when you have like 11 elite level players in Barcelona at every position, you have this happen where it's just so hard to keep the ball from them. And when they have the ball, they can pass it around forever and they get an opportunity to score.
Well, yeah, because I mean, when you're moving the ball around that much, you're creating opportunities, right? Like, I think that's one thing, like looking back while I was playing soccer and I look at like the coaching that I had and the way that it was never described that way. Like now, I guess as an adult, I can analyze things a little bit different. But like watching that, I'm like, it makes so much sense to me to do that because the more that you move the ball around, the more you're going to break up the other team and you're going to create opportunities. And you saw right there that they had 4 scoring opportunities in like a couple minutes, right? But like no coach ever explained that in that way. It was just like, move the ball. move the ball. And it's like, okay, but like, you don't understand why, you don't understand how, you know what I mean? So it's just crazy how like the difference in how you understand and perceive things can make such a difference. Obviously, part of it is that they're great like players as well.
Of course, but this is what we're talking about. Tiki-Taka as a system,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
And I think we're going to get into the other important part of it right now. I am 100% convinced that the best way is keep the ball, take the ball. Meaning, I think what we're going to get into is the pressure that they apply.
Yes.
So as soon as the other team gets the ball, pressure them immediately.
Yep.
So that they get flustered, they make a mistake, and they give you the ball back.
Yep.
And that's what something was really, really hard to play against. Every time I watched anybody play Barcelona, they just struggled to keep the ball because they pressured them immediately.
Yeah, for sure.
World's greatest footballer. He is a phenomenon.
I'm 100% convinced that the best way is keep the ball, take the ball, offensive way, try to score goals, another good pressure, if it's possible, up. And try to show to the world our football, and I'm going to try to win the game. But we believe that the best way to win is to play in an offensive way on the style we believe.
You know it's there, waiting, immortality, taken, it's yours!
Gladiator.
Iniesta, half-time looming in the new camp. Celtic in front, but here is Lionel Messi. Iniesta, Xavi, Iniesta! They play fantasy football for real. Barcelona level on the stroke of half-time.
Oh, it's a bit of genius to be able to play those little exchanges under all sorts.
Suarez.
Chance though from the throw for Barcelona, set about Manchester City again with the inspired interplay. That's been the dominant feature thus far. There was a touch of fortune about the goal and the way the ball dropped, but nothing fortunate about the finish. There's pure class from Luis Suarez. Mascherano.
Over under 20 passes.
Busquets. Messi. Jordi Alba already on the charge outside Iniesta. Rakitic just dropping off to find a bit of space.
Insane.
It's bewildering again from Messi. Jordi Alba, Barcelona in again here. Woo! And they lead by 2 goals to 0.
That was magic.
Wonderful play. Suarez celebrates. It was a fantastic goal, Andy Hinchcliffe.
Well, sometimes there's just no answer to the brilliance of Barcelona. This is just a stunning team goal, patient in possession.
Rakitic.
They both like to get forward. Evra and Lichtsteiner like to get forward, aggressive in their forward running. Just wonder tonight how progressive they're going to be. Are they just going to sit there and stay quite narrow to the 2 centre-halves and let the rest of this Juventus team get on with it?
Dani Alves, who may be playing his last game for Barcelona this evening. Busquets to Pico.
Center back is running up there.
Iniesta. Neymar.
Oh, Neymar setting.
Messi. He's aware of Jordan making inroads. Neymar's first touch just a little heavy. Nothing wrong with that though. Iniesta and a shot from Rakitic. Put Barcelona in front inside 4 minutes.
To defend against.
Goal that had Barcelona written all over it. Sharp passing, good movement. Rakitic had the easy bit, just steering it into the net. Fantastic start for Barcelona.
Well,
That's a brilliant, brilliant goal. Juve are obviously a bit narrow because they played the diamond, so that switch gives Jordi Alba a lot of room. Good composure from Neymar. What about that for a ball? You know, Vito doesn't go with a run, he just allows Iniesta to go in there, and then of course.
Here is Busquets. Xavi to Jordi Alba. Iniesta. Pedro.
Triangle.
Busquets. Slipped into Messi. It's clever with Xavi. Messi.
Not stopping that.
Absolutely brilliant Barcelona football. Goal inside 5 minutes. Just what the Barcelona doctor ordered. It's little Messi's 52nd goal of the season.
Damn.
Not a bad season, if I don't say so myself. Really, you can't get better than that. I mean, I think that's what's so, you look back at this and you watch this now, you maybe don't recognize it in the moment, how perfect all these plays are. Like, you can't do it any better. The way you pass the ball around, almost everybody touches the ball, and a couple, shorter passes in tight, and you get that opening and you finish. Even that goal by Messi there, like top shelf, top corner. The goalie has no chance.
Yeah.
The defenders have no chance.
Yeah, and one of the other previous ones too was like the goal, like it was like as close to the goalpost as physically possible what could go in. Like there's no way a goal.
Yeah, it's just unstoppable.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of points to what I remember being coached on when I was younger. Maybe the few good coaching points that I got was that the ball moves faster than the players can.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's what we're kind of seeing here, is that they're just moving the ball so quickly, tiki-taka, right? And the players can't react in time.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was saying before. Like it kind of like breaks up the play because it moves the ball faster than the players can get there, and it creates open space and opportunities.
You can't move fast enough.
Exactly.
You're just left behind. And then as soon as you get one opening of a half a yard with Messi, it's in the back of the net.
Yeah, and something else that I noticed that I don't want to say they do a lot, but they do enough, is that they pass it back, right? Like whether it's to their defenders or even their goalkeeper, they did it a couple times. And like, I know when I was younger, I used to always shy away from doing that because it made me nervous of passing it closer to our goalkeeper. And I was never really taught that like that can actually be a good thing because it can allow you to reset, right? Yeah. And it moves the ball to allow you to reset, opposed to being like, oh no, it's like too close back. You know what I mean? Like all this like anxiety around it.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a lot of patience, especially when you play at this level. At the higher level that you go, the more that ball control becomes more important. But that's the other thing, is that all these players on Barcelona, you can tell their ball control is elite.
Mm-hmm.
Like the announcer made mention when Neymar had the ball just for a moment kind of moved away from him. He still kept it. But,
heavy touch.
Yeah, heavy touch.
I was like, okay.
Right? And maybe it was a little bit heavy, but it's only because everybody else, every time they touch the ball, it's like stuck to their foot.
Yeah, it's like glued.
And they're so high level, right?
Yeah.
Little Messi's 52nd goal of the season.
Another Messi sighting. Versus Celtic, Champions League, I suppose. I didn't see that, but I would assume that's what it is.
The Barcelona anthem. You're probably very familiar with it. Audible in the background. Just about 2-1 as far as the possession ratio is concerned.
Move, referee.
Always to be expected.
Oh, now the violins are
Even
coming.
higher than that.
Well, Messi's
Messi.
got the blonde hair.
Neymar. Messi. Neymar.
Oh my goodness.
And Messi's got to score.
2 players, that's all you need apparently.
Well, something of an attacking clinic. You've just witnessed 2 of the finest footballers in the world strutting their stuff. And Celtic not coming up with any answers.
Victoria. I don't know what team that is.
United midfield. Iniesta. To Messi.
The guy that scores the goal is right there. Tell me how he scores. We'll see. Look at that. Look at that. Insane.
score with half of their fans behind the ball, and then still stop Barcelona scoring. Iniesta gets them off the mark.
And it's not any sort of a goal as well, Ron. It's a sensational goal. There's 3 1-2s and a fabulous piece of individual skill right at the end of the move from Andres Iniesta before he flips it onto his left foot, sticks it in the bottom corner. What a fabulous piece of play. Two of the best players in the world.
Insane.
1-2, 1-2, and there, and there. It is superb. Doesn't even break a stride. Absolute masterclass.
Messi again.
Clearly had a little bit of an impact on Barcelona.
Speed they win it back off you is just frightening at times.
Messi then takes the wall pass and again absolutely brilliant. That
How did the ball even
was
get
a work
through?
of art. And the sculptor, one Lionel Messi. There is only one Lionel Messi.
Is there anything this man can't do? At 23 years of age, he is just a phenomenon.
Oh my God, he's only 23.
Number 1 is coming. Just wanted to briefly mention, we both have said that we played, right? And I think unless you play, you don't really understand how high level these goals are, right? The fact that how fast they're moving while making these passes and then receiving the passes and then making another pass again. It's one thing to be standing in one spot and then make a pass to somebody, or standing in one spot and receive the pass. These players are all moving together in unison, right? That's what makes it so unique, is that they're moving together, and then they're playing this tiki-taka 1-2 pass where they got to receive pass, right? And they just keep running. Especially you see this with Messi the most, right? He runs like at full speed and is making these passes and receiving them. And that's why he's impossible to stop, because how can you stop somebody running full speed when you're standing flat and they can just receive the ball and just knock it off immediately?
Well, yeah. I mean, a large part of that is obviously, like you were talking about before, like your physical skills of your touch and your ball control and all that. But it also has a lot to do with your player IQ, right? Like you need to be able to anticipate where these people are going or where you need to be at what time to be able to receive the ball properly or to send the ball properly, right? And a lot of that comes from the mental side of it as well, right? Because if you pass the ball and that person's running too fast and then you don't pass it far enough, it's behind them. Like that's a problem, right?
Yeah, well, it points to as well, like the right players need to be in this system, right? Because you could have a great finisher, but if they have terrible ball control, they're not going to fit in with this system.
Yeah.
You need somebody like the Iniestas and the Xavis that we've seen, and the Messis, obviously, where they can receive the ball, pass the ball, and finish, right? Close ball control. If you don't have that, then you wouldn't fit in with this system.
Yeah, and I think also, too, a part of it is like even taking the opportunity that you have and like making it work like that. I forget what the guy's name was, but that guy in one of the more recent ones we watched, he got the ball and it wasn't like in the ideal spot for a finish. So he just kind of like flicked it over to his other foot and then finished it.
Yeah,
but it was like he created that, like opened the opportunity for himself.
Yeah, that was Iniesta, and he's left-footed. So he flicked it to his left foot so he could finish it, but he had to have that close control.
He
to be able
received
to do
it
that.
on the right, but then
One of the best players this game will ever see.
Roma.
Видимо, к нему это относится просто по другим причинам. Он несколько медлительный, что вот сегодня еще раз продемонстрировал. Безусловно, это не отменяет прекрасную комбинацию Барселоны.
Ну и, знаешь, когда в матче таких соперников итало-испанского противостояния Барселона, Рома, яркая, красивая афиша, разыгрывается мяч и закатывается практически в пустые ворота, я думаю, что Суарес при желании мог даже, чтобы мяч не затрепыхался в сетке, а просто его поставить за линию. Еще, да, такой в издевательской манере. Все-таки это как-то не солидно для Лиги Чемпионов, но это Барселона, и что с ней поделаешь, если она вот так вот соперников просто-напросто раздевает. Суарес отдал передачу Неймару, Неймар дальше на Серджио Роберто. Именно Серджио Роберто делал вот эту идеальную передачу на подключившегося вперед Дани Алвеса. Бускетс.
Oh, just want to mention, rewind it. Don't worry, guys. I won't ruin it. See this guy here, number 3?
Mm-hmm.
That's Piqué. Remember Piqué? We did the Shakira song.
Oh, yeah.
Where
the guy she was married to.
Yeah, but they had that whole breakup situation. Yeah.
Дани Алвес. Бускетс. Вот с верхотуры, конечно, очень интересно наблюдать за передвижениями игроков Барселоны. Посмотри, как они контролируют. Месси! Отлично. Ну что это было?
Chips it.
Это было круто.
Особенно было, конечно, заметно, как Лео легко отрывал.
So who invented it, guys? Wow. Never heard of the guy before. He didn't even get mentioned in the video, did he?
No. I guess that was his tribute.
Anyways, guys, that was clearly some Tiki-Taka football. Sam, closing thoughts.
Well, it was cool to see that. I had never even heard of that before. So, I mean, it's really cool to kind of learn more about that, but also see it in action. And like I said, I think even just like watching it made me reflect on my own experience and, you know, understanding of like how that system works and why it can be advantageous and the opportunity it can create clearly because they were unstoppable, basically.
Yeah, Barcelona team was probably one of the best teams ever. So I think there's a few teams you could put from, you know, one decade versus the next decade. And I think, you know, that decade there, you know, nobody was touching Barcelona. So you can see why, because they had a great coach and a great team. And, you know, they were terrorizing me as a Manchester United fan at that time. I hated them, if I'm being honest, because of how good they were. But that's football. And I don't know when we'll see that again. There's been some great teams, but I don't think anybody's really been as dominant as Barcelona's been. Manchester City, I guess you could argue, has been good, but I don't think they've ever had play like this. So that's probably because they didn't have Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
So anyways, guys, give us insights down below if we discussed anything that you want to add on to in our video and the comment section there. We appreciate you for the support. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out our other Lionel Messi and Barcelona videos and footy videos that we've got on the channel. And hopefully we'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.